Well, two big events will also be taking place this weekend in the parking lot of the Beavercreek Walmart. On Saturday, a large protest is expected in support of John Crawford and his family. Crawford, of course, is the young man shot and killed by Beavercreek Police inside that Walmart store. On Sunday, supporters of the police department will also be gathering. Now, this story has consistently been in the news for the past 2.5 weeks, and your kids may be asking you some questions. Elise Coulter has some advice on how to talk to your children about these highly charged issues surrounding this deadly shooting. Elise.
Deborah, well, it's not an easy topic for a lot of people, but we spoke to a child psychologist who says it's a necessary discussion to have with your kids.
Don't shoot!
There's been several protests in support of John Crawford the Third, the man shot and killed by Beavercreek Police on August 5th. A 911 caller told dispatch a man was inside the Walmart with a gun, waving it around. But just days after the fatal shooting, the Attorney General's office released information saying the gun Crawford was holding was a pellet gun. Since then, there's been peaceful demonstrations demanding the federal government take over the investigation and the surveillance video from inside the Walmart be released to the public. And with more protests expected this weekend, we wanted to find out how you can talk to your kids about what's going on in the community.
The worst thing you can do is not to say anything. The worst thing you can do is not to bring it up. And the worst thing you can do is to pretend that race doesn't matter. Because it does.
Dr. Gregory Ramey is a child psychologist with Dayton Children's Hospital. He says the best way to handle it is by being open and honest.
It's an issue they need to deal with for the rest of their lives.
An issue adults face every day and mostly agree on how to handle telling their kids.
Not being afraid to discuss those things openly with kids about the fact of what the history in America has been on race issues. And really, I think to move beyond that, we have to have open dialogue about it.
Basically, just giving them the history behind it and why it happened, and just kind of just being real with them and not leaving anything out.
Protesters are expected to be outside the Walmart in Beavercreek tomorrow at 1 to support John Crawford the Third and his family. Now, supporters for the Beavercreek Police Department, they'll be gathering outside the Walmart on Sunday at 4.